Hello, I'm Darian Cornelius, and this channel is going to be about reflecting, focusing, and preparing. Reflect, focus, and prepare. Reflect on the past, but focus on the present so that you may be prepared for the future. That's a quote I came up with. It just came to me one day while I was in the kitchen. Um, Lord just brought it to my attention, and I wrote it down, and it's something that I am applying to my life, and I think you should apply to your life too. So today's session is going to be about reflecting on the decision to attend college. All right. So in 2005, that's when I graduated from high school. Um, During that year, all my friends, all my peers, uh, were going to college. It was a couple of people I knew that was going to the service, straight into the service, but majority of the people were going to college. I grew up in a family to where my mother and my father went to college, so that was the game plan from day one to go to college. Um, However, I had aspirations of getting a basketball scholarship, but it didn't happen, not to D1. So how was I going to fund college? That's something that I really didn't think about. I thought about scholarships. I applied for scholarships. I applied for financial aid. However, it wasn't enough to cover the cost of college. Therefore, I got student loans. We all know about student loans. If you graduate when I graduated, around 2003, 2002, 2001. Really could go back further because when I was doing my research, loans started in 1958 with the first loan, the Perkins loan. 1958. That was years before I was born. 1986 was the year I was born, so that's years. Um, so you got the first loan in 1958. 1 in 6 American adults have some kind of student loan debt today. I have student loan debt. 150 billion plus a year for financial aid is spent. Loans, grants, work study. I actually had work study too. I could talk about that too, but I want to focus on loans today. Um, in 1981, they came out with a loan for parents to help fund the students' education. Um, my parents know about Parent Plus loans. My wife's parents know about Parent Plus loans. I'm sure a lot of uh, a lot of parents know about Parent Plus loans. So higher education had became the wave. It was very popular. Um, it was in my mind. I thought that a higher education was the key to getting a good job and a key to living a a fruitful, abundant life. Um, but that's not the case. I graduated with a bachelor's and I graduated in 2009, and here we are in 2019, about to enter 2020. Um, However, I still have student loan debt. I have a bachelor's, I have a master's, and I'm working on another master's. I learned my lesson with the bachelor's, so thankfully I'm not um, in debt anymore uh, than what I already have. I'm working on my master's now. My last master's, I didn't take out student loans. This master's, I'm not taking out student loans. I'm actually utilizing the military resources to provide for the education. NC PACE was a resource that I was able to use while in the military, and my GI Bill, I'm actually using that right now while I'm still in the military. Okay, so student loan. All right, so thoughts. Here's some thoughts I have about student loans. Um, Higher education uh, is not the only key to a good job. If I could go back, I would do what I could to avoid this debt that I'm in now. If I could go back, reflecting back, um, I would take a shot at being an entrepreneur. Having my own business, which it's not the easiest thing to do, but I could have avoided a lot of debt doing it. At least I would have been not in debt and trying to, come up with ideas and collaborate and, you know, get out there and try to, learn from companies, being an entrepreneur, learning how to build my own company, reading books, um, working for someone until I gain the skills that's necessary to take and start my own company. That'll be that would have been something I would have done. I also would have went to junior college. Um, could have played ball at a junior college, basketball. Basketball was my game. It was my favorite sport. Um, I just lacked the aggression uh, while I was in school. Uh, the aggression came after high school, but that's another story for another day. Um, However, I would go to junior college because junior college is much cheaper than regular college. And I know some people that paid for their junior college classes and was able, to graduate that way and then maybe work my way into a scholarship to D1 school, 4-year university, and then not be in debt with student loans with Navient, Sally Mae. Yeah, I know the name of these loan companies. Um, However, another thought. So we talked about being an entrepreneur. We talked about going the junior college route. Um, we also another route is get a trade. Um, you know, a plumber, a technician, some kind of technician, um, being in a field where you're getting a certification rather than paying for a 4-year degree. That's an option, and that's not a bad option because plumbers are needed. We need the people that work on the HVACs. They're needed. Contractors are needed. People that are using um, their hands. You know, those are needed. Those trades are needed, and they're never going to go away. um, so that's another option. So we talked about being an entrepreneur. We talked about uh, junior college route. We talked about trades. So those are some thoughts. Scholarships. Scholarships. Take the scholarships. If I could go back, if I knew I was going to be in the military, I would have went the ROTC route through college to where your degree is paid for, and then all you're obligated to do is give 4 years as an officer in the military. 4 years. So that's another route. RTC scholarship. You getting paid some money. You have drill and you're obligated to some things with the military while you're in school, but you still get the college experience and you're not in student loan debt. So that's the main thing, not being in student loan debt. Definitely want to stay away from that. So this is my reflection. Um, the problems, uh, the way I got into student loan debt personally, lack of knowledge. I did not know, exactly what I was getting into. I just knew that my college was going to be paid for. It was easy to apply. It was easy to receive. It was easy to 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 also get a Parent Plus loan. Because back then in 2005, everyone saw college as the road to the road to a good job, the road to a good life, the road to just making it. Another thing I want to say is a problem is the interest. You pay much more than what the loan is worth, than what your degree is worth, to be honest. Unless you specifically getting a degree that is going to make you some good money and you have a guaranteed job. Um, but man, it's sad. The interest that you pay on your loan is really sad. Right now, I could tell you that my unpaid interest is around $900. My principal balance is $18,571.73. I don't have a problem with being transparent because I'm paying that off. I'm speaking that. Believe it. And I'm sharing this with y'all so you can know you're not alone. I know it's a lot of people out there in the same shoes. So we can come together and we can conquer this thing. I've seen people do it. I've been watching people do it, and I believe it could be done. Um, so the deferments when you're getting into having a loan and you're able to defer, the deferments is just a way for the institutions to make more money off of you. Sometimes you have to defer though, to get your plan together, to get your game plan together. um, right now I'm in deferment because I'm still in school. I'm going to school, to seminary right now, so I'm working on my master's in divinity. Um, my calling is to be a chaplain in the military. So I'm on a mission, and that's something that I'm going to do, and that I've been called to do, and I'm looking forward to that. Uh, what else? Solutions. All right, now we're talking about solutions. I would say educate yourself. That's what I've been doing. There's a website that I will post on the video. It's called the Lumina Foundation.org. Lookingback.luminafoundation.org. There we go. I said it. Make a plan. Like I have a plan in student loan. My student loan. My wife has student loans too. That's another story. But my student loan is number 6 on the list. So in this journey, I got some things I gotta conquer before getting to the student loan. Um, and then Deuteronomy 15:6. I'm just going to paraphrase it, but please look it up. It talks about being a lender and not a borrower. So, and it talks about being a ruler and not being the one ruled. So when I think about it, whenever you're borrow borrowing, there we go. Whenever you're borrowing, um, that institution has some leverage over you. They have some power over you. Whenever you're lending, you have no ties really. You're being the lender, and the Bible tells us to be a lender and not a borrower. That's what this is saying. Deuteronomy 15:6 is telling us to lend and not to be the borrower. So that's I want to have that freedom to be able to help someone else, to be able to lend. But if I'm so busy borrowing from others, that means I owe them. I have to pay them back. So I won't have a chance to lend. I won't have a chance uh, to really be able to use my finances for the glory of God, because I'm a believer. Um, I won't have that chance to use my finances for the glory of God, because I'm so busy borrowing. So I got to pay these people off so that I can be the lender, so that I cannot be ruled by them other institutions. Also, I say, man, after this, you'll never make this mistake again. After this, um, I intend for my children not to endure the same thing that I endured. Um, when you know better, you do better. So I intend to teach them, you know, uh, if they want to go to college route, if they want education, this is how you do it. Student loans, you could avoid the student loans. You don't have to do it that way. Um, I intend to be able to fund it for them, uh, you know, or show them how they can get it funded themselves. Scholarships, junior college, ROTC. There's a lot of ways. Those are just a few. Um, and then print out your student loan. Highlight the numbers. Read through it. Really get an understanding of it so that you know what you're up against and you can conquer this thing. Remember to reflect, focus, and prepare. Reflect on the past, but focus on the present so that you may prepare for the future. Bye bye.